Okay. Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. Very good morning. So I know you are very eager to know more about me. Myself, I am Meja George and I am from Airu. Here I am going to take all of you to the world of discoveries. What's the subject? What's the subject? It is the
Physics.
world. Yes, very good. It's physics. Are you interested to study physics? Why are you silent? I need your response. You are not at all like physics. Are you interested to study physics?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then if you are interested to study physics, then you become the little scientist of tomorrow. All right. So without wasting time, we can enter into the lesson. In this +2, in this academic year, the first unit is deals with the electrostatics. So in this unit, you need to study the 2 chapters. The first chapter is with electric charges and field. It is with electric charges and field. Okay. So my dear students, have you heard about this term charge? Have you heard about this term the charge? I need your response. Why are you keeping silence? Because I'm in your face, that's why. Have you heard about the term charge?
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard about this term charge? Yes. Gauri Das,
Yes, ma'am.
what do you mean by charge then? Or what is your perspective about the charge? When you when you are heard this term charge, what is came in your own mind?
Electrons,
Yes, it's not clear.
electrons, protons, neutrons.
Yes, when you are heard about the term charge, the term that you are entering in your mind is electrons, protons, and neutrons. Okay, what is the charge possessed by the proton then, Gauri?
Positive.
It is positive. Achyut, what about the charge of the electron?
Negative, ma'am.
Negative. Okay, all right. So in this chapter, we are studying about the first chapter is about electric charges and fields. Electric charges and fields. So Gauri already says that the charge means whenever came into your mind, it is about the protons and neutrons. Proton possess the positive charge and the neutron is chargeless and the electron is negative charge. All right. Then what is the basic definition that we can given to a charge? What is a basic definition that we can given to a charge? Evelyn, have you any idea? What is the basic definition we can given for charge? What is came in your mind? Okay. Try to say anything, Evelyn. Why are you remain silent? Is there any definition you are studying about the charge? We are heard this about the electric charges and field from our smaller classes itself. Is there any idea about the charge definition of charge? Okay, so I will say, what is this in my hand? Say, pen. We know that this pen has a mass, and every human body possesses a mass. Similarly, if we consider a table, a chair, anything in front of you, it consisting of a mass. So every material body is possess some kind of mass, because the mass is a basic property of a material body, right? Because mass is a basic property of a material body. Like that, the charge is also the basic property possessed by a material body. So what is the definition for charge? Charge is a basic property. What is the definition for charge? So we are discussing about the charge. We are discussing what is the definition for the charge. Charge is a basic property. Charge is a basic property of a material body. Okay. So this is the definition. This is a simple definition. You don't need to be about the higher order thinking skills and all. What do you mean by charge? Charge is a basic property of a material body. Just like mass. We know that every object in this universe is possess a mass. Like that, every object in this universe is also possess some kinds of charge. It may be positive charge, negative charge, or some body is said to be uncharged. So what do you mean by the term uncharged, which means that body doesn't contain any kind of charges? What do you think? Yes, Evelyn? What do you think about if there is, if a body is contains no charge or it is uncharged, not charged? If a body is said to be uncharged, what do you mean by that term?
Then the positive and negative
Yes,
charges will be
say it
equal.
aloud. I can hear you.
Positive and negative charges can be equal.
Yes, very good, Evelyn. Uncharged body means if it is a body that contains equal number of positive and negative charge. So as a result of this is balanced and it is remains as an uncharged object or uncharged body. So every object in this universe is possess some kind of charges. Some of them is possess positive charge and some of them is possess negative charge. So we can say a definition for charge. The charge is a basic property that is possessed by a material body like mass. So because every object in this universe is possess a mass. Like that, the charge is a basic property of a material body. Now, how you are used to represent the charge? From the 10th standard onwards, we are representing the charge using a letter. What is that letter? Can anyone recall? What is the letter used to represent the charge? Okay, the letter Q. The letter Q is used to represent charge. Okay, it can be either uppercase or lowercase, that is small letter or capital letter Q. It is used to represent the charge. Then Achyut, can you recall what about the unit of charge?
Ma'am, Coulomb.
Yes, very good. The unit of charge is Coulomb. The unit of charge is Coulomb. This is the unit of charge. So we are discussing what you mean by a charge. Charge is a basic property of a material body. And there are two types of charges. What are the two types of charges?
Positive, negative.
Positive and negative charges. Very good. And one more charge, that is an uncharged body. What do you mean by an uncharged body? Idea? What do you mean by an uncharged body?
Has no
IDN.
charge.
Sorry, IDN. Yes,
The body is neutral.
The body is neutral, which means it contains equal amount of positive and negative charges. Okay, good. Then Ashwin, using which letter we are representing the charge?
Q.
Q. And what is the unit of charge?
Coulomb.
Coulomb. And do you know who is dividing this charge into two types, positive and negative charge? Who is divide the charge into two? What are the different types of charges that we are already discussed here? What are the types of charges?
Positive, negative.
Okay, the types of charge, basically there are two types of charges. One is positive charge and other is negative charge. There are two types of charges, positive charge and negative charges. And this positive and negative charge is discovered by an American physicist, his name Benjamin Franklin. What is his name? Benjamin Franklin. Okay. So it was an American physicist, Benjamin Franklin. He made this differentiation between these two types of charges, that is positive charge and negative charge. All right. So we are defining the charge. Charge is a basic property of a material body. There are two types of charges. What are the two types of charges, Aryan?
Positive and negative.
Who is made this differentiation?
Benjamin Franklin.
Yes, it is. This differentiation is made by Benjamin Franklin. And what is the charge? What is the unit of the charge? SI unit of the charge?
Coulomb.
Coulomb is the SI unit of the charge. Very good. And which letter that we are used to represent the charge?
Q.
Q, letter Q. Okay, all right. So these are the basic ideas of charge. Now we can discuss what are the properties of charges. What are the different properties of charges? Okay. So the next topic that we are going to discuss is properties of charges. We are already discussed the first property of charge, that is there are two types of charges. The first property, there are two types of charges. Basically, there are two types of charges. What are the two types of charges? That is positive charge and negative charge. So basically, there are two types of charges. One is positive charge and negative charges. This is one of the property that we are already discussed. Then we can discuss the second property. What is the second property of the charge that you are already discussed from the smaller classes? What happens if a two positive charge is sitting nearby? If two positive charges are sitting nearby, what happens?
Repel.
Yes, if the like charges are coming together, they are repel each other. So the like charges are repels. Similarly, if the positive and negative charges are came together, what happens?
Attract.
They are attract each other. So this is our second property about the charge, that is like charges. What happens to like charges? Repel each other. Like charges are repel each other, and if it is an unlike charges, they are attract each other. And unlike charges are attract. Okay. So this is the second property of the charge. So anyone, can you recall what is the first property of the charge? Okay,
There are two types of charge,
Okay.
positive and negative charge.
yes, there are two types of charges, positive and negative charge. Very good, Gauri. Any next one, next point? What is the next property? Any other? Thank you, Gauri. Anyone? Do you have roll numbers in your class?
Each other, unlike
Yes.
charges attract each other.
Yes, very good, Dia. Can you say once again?
That charges repel each other, unlike charges attract each other.
Yes, very good. The like charges are repels each other and unlike charges are attract each other. So are you ready to study the next property of the charge? Okay.
Yes.
So we can move to the next property. Charge is a scalar quantity. What is the third property? Charge. Third property of the charge. Charge is a scalar quantity. Charge is a scalar quantity. What do you mean by scalar quantity?
It has
Yeah.
only magnitude, no direction.
Yes, the physical quantities are basically classified into two that we are already discussed or we are already studied in the +1. Physical quantities are basically classified into two. One is scalar quantities and other is vector quantity. If the quantity that possess only magnitude, such quantities we can call it as scalar quantities. Similarly, if the physical quantities are possess both magnitude and direction, then we can call such quantities as what? We can call such quantities as vector quantities. So here we are saying that the charge is a scalar quantity. What do you mean by this statement? The charge is a scalar quantity. What do you mean by this statement?
It has only magnitude.
Yes, very good. The charge is possess only the magnitude. The charge doesn't have any direction. The charge is possess only the magnitude. So we can say charge is a scalar quantity. So here we are discussing the three properties of the charges. The first one, there are two types of charges, positive charge and negative charge. What is the second property? What is the second property?
Like charges repel and unlike charges attract.
Yes, the like charges are repels and unlike charges are attract each other. And what is the third property that we are discussing here?
Charge is a scalar quantity.
Okay, charge is a scalar quantity. Okay, then next, we can discuss the next property. Consider if there is a body. This body is consisting of a large number of charges like +1 coulomb, +2 coulomb, +3 coulomb, -4 coulomb. Then what is the total number of the charge? So what is we are consider here? We are considering a body. That body is consist of a large number of charges like +1 coulomb, +2 coulomb, +3 coulomb and -4 coulomb. Then what is the total charge of this body? What is that?
Add
Yes.
all of them.
Yeah, the total charge possessed by the body is the sum of all the charges present in this body. What is the sum of all the charges present in the body? 1 coulomb plus 2 coulomb plus 3 coulomb plus what is the last charge is present? It is minus 4
-4.
coulomb. So what is the total charge present in the body? What is the total charge present in the body? 1 plus 2,
Positive
3.
2.
3 plus 3 is 6. 6 minus 4, it is? Yes, it is plus 2 coulomb. Plus 2 coulomb. So what is the Q total here? So the total charge possessed in the body is the sum of all charges present in the body. So the total charge of a body is equal to the sum of all the charges that is present in the body. And this property of the charge is known as additive property of the charge. This is known as additive property, or the charge is said to be additive in nature. Charge is additive in nature. Charge is additive in nature. Okay. What do you mean by the charge is said to be additive in nature? The total charge possessed by an body is equal to the sum of all the charges that is present in that body. So we can say that charge is said to be additive. This is the additive property of the charge. Is it is clear up to here? Is there any doubt? Say yes or no at least. I want your responses.
No, ma'am.
Okay, everything is clear, no doubt. So now can we move to the next property of the charge? The next
Yes,
property of the charge is says that the charge is conserved. Charge is conserved. What do you mean by conservation? Are you study about the term conservation of energy? Have you heard about this term conservation of energy? What do you mean by, or the law of conservation of energy states?
energy
Mikhail?
can neither be created nor be destroyed.
Yes, very good, Gauri. In the law of conservation of energy that we are already studied that the energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Likewise, here we are saying that the charge is conserved. Charge is conserved. What do you mean by the conservation property of charge then? Instead of energy, we are taking this charge. So the law can be restated as the charge can neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be transformed from one body to another body. That is, here our charge is neither created, it is not destroyed. What we are doing here, we are transferring the charge from one body to another body. Okay, so this is a pen. If this pen has a charge, what I am doing here, I am going to transfer the charge from this body of pen to my hand. So that we can say that charge is said to be conserved. That is, the charge is neither created nor destroyed. It can be transformed from one body to another body. So this is what is known as the conservation of charge, or this is another property of the charge, that is charge is conserved. Is it clear? This property is clear for you?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So now we can move to the next property. Can I rub this? Next property says that the net charge of a body, the net charge of a body is an integral multiple of the basic charge of that body. What is the charge? The net charge, what is that property says? The net charge of a body is an integral multiple of the basic property of the charge. Here the Q net, what is our term Q is indicates? What is Q? Mikhail? What is Q? Or it's Michael?
It's the unit of charge.
Yes, it is the letter to represent the charge. So here Q is denoting the charge. And what is N indicates? N is indicating the number of charge. N is number of charge. And it can be any integer like 1, 2, 3, etc. up to N. Similarly, what is E indicates? What is E? What is this E indicates? Any idea? This is the basic property of the charge, and this basic charge is the charge of electron. What is this E? It is the charge of electron. So when you are writing an equation, you just try to differentiate each and every terms that is present in this equation. So here we have an equation, Q net is equal to NE. That is the net charge present in a body is equal to the integral multiple of basic property of the charge present in a body. What is the equation? Q net is equal to NE, where Q is the charge. It can be any charge. And N is the number of electron. It is an integer from 1, 2, 3, from up to N. And E is the charge of the electron. And we are already studying this charge of the electron. What is the charge of the electron is a constant value that we are studying in our chemistry classes. What is the charge of the electron? Do you remember what is the charge of the electron? Anyone? I think when I am starting to write, you are respond. The charge of the electron is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay. the charge of the electron is equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. This is a constant value. Okay. So this property of the charges says that the net charge of a body is equal to the integral multiple of the basic property of the charge, where Q is the charge, N is the number of charge, and E is the charge of the electron. What is the charge of the electron? Ashwin, what is the charge of electron?
1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 C.
Yes, very good. It is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. And this property of the charge is known as quantization of the charge, or we can say the charge is quantized. This property is known as quantization of the charge, or we can say that charge is quantized. So this is another property of the charge. So as a conclusion, we can write from this explanation, the charge is quantized. Okay. The charge is said to be quantized. So these are the properties of the charge. Now we can look at it once again. What are the properties of the charges? This is the last property of the charge. Okay. What is the first property of the charge? What is the first property?
There are two types of charge.
Yes, there are two types of charges are there. What are the two types of charges?
Positive charge and negative charge.
Yes, very good. Positive charge and negative charge. And who gave the names to the two positive charge and negative charge? It is by?
Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, you can see the picture of Benjamin Franklin here in the screen. Did you see the Benjamin Franklin? And he's an American scientist. He's differentiate these two types of charges as positive and negative. Okay, then what is the second property? Any other? Do you have roll numbers in your class?
Like charges repel and unlike charges attract.
Yes, Alvin Benny, it's right. The like charges are repels and unlike charges are attract. Very good. And what about here in the screen, you can see what is the nature's most basic property charge? Most basic property charge of present in the nature. It is in the form of protons. Similarly, the nature's most basic property negative charges are the most basic negative charge present in the nature in the form of electron. This is not included in the property. Actually, I'm just differentiate between this positive and negative charges. There are two types of charges, positive and negative charge. And like charges are repels and unlike charges are attract. The nature's most basic positive charge are present in the form of protons. Similarly, the nature's most basic negative charges are present in the form of electron. Okay, then what is the next property? What is the next property?
Charge is always conserved.
Yeah, the charge is said to be conserved. Achut, then can you explain what you mean by this conservation of charge?
Ma'am, charge can neither be created nor be destroyed.
Yes, the charge can either be created nor be destroyed. Yes, then?
But it can be transferred from one body to another.
Yes, it can be transferred from one body to another. Then Dia, what is the next property of the charge?
Charge is a scalar quantity.
Very good. Charge is a scalar quantity. What do you mean by this statement? Why you are saying the charge is a scalar quantity?
It has magnitude but no direction.
Yes, it has only the magnitude and no directions. Okay. The next one. What is the last property that we are studying here now? Any other? I want the responses from every student. From the next class onwards, I will call your names. Okay. Who is roll number 2? Your good name, please. Oh yeah, Sania is up here on the screen. Sania.
Net charge on a body.
Yes, the net charge of a body.
is an integral multiple of its basic properties.
Yes, is an integral multiple of the basic property of the charge. And what is the equation to represent this net charge of a body?
Q net is equal to NE, where
Q net is equal to NE. Very good. And what is Q?
Q is the representation of charge.
It is the letter to represent the charge. What is N then?
N is the number of charge.
N is the number of charge. It is an integer. It can take any values from 1 to N. Then what about the E?
Charge of electron.
E is the charge of electron. What is the charge of electron then, Achyut?
Ma'am, 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb.
1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. And this property of the charge is said to be quantized, right? All right. And then what is the unit of charge? Ashwin, what is the unit of charge?
Coulomb.
Coulomb. It was introduced by the Charles Coulomb. You can see the image of the Charles Coulomb on the screen. Okay. I think up to this, is the topic is clear for you? Is there any doubt?
No doubt.
No doubt. Everything is clear. Okay. Now can we move to the next topic? Before entering into the next topic, we can discuss some terms associated with this chapter. For example, the next topic is conductors and insulators. Conductors and insulators. Have you heard about this term, conductors and insulators? From the lower classes itself, we are make a differentiation between these two, conductors and insulators, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then Sania, what do you mean by conductors?
A particle through which a charge can flow.
Okay, that's the particles which allow the electricity to pass through them, right? Then what do you mean by insulators? Before that, can you say one example for the conductors?
Iron.
Iron is anything we can say all the metals are the conductors, right? Okay. Then Achyut, not Achyut, sorry Achyut. Alvin. Alvin is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what do you mean by insulators then?
Electricity won't pass through.
Yes, I can hear you. Say loudly.
It will not conduct electricity.
Yes. So insulators are the particles which doesn't conduct the electricity, right? So
Yes, ma'am.
we have here conductors and insulators. Conductors is any material that allow the electric current to pass through it. Example, copper, aluminium, steel, and any metal we can consider as a conductor. And what do you mean by insulators? Insulators are the material that does not allow the electric current to pass through them. Such materials are called insulators. Okay. So what are the examples for insulators? Plastic, rubber, cloth, wood, glass, etc. are examples for the insulators. So we can once again recall the topics that we are discussed today. So on the beginning of this chapter, we are studying about what you mean by charge and what is the unit of charge and how to represent the charge and different properties of the charge. I think these topics are clear for you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we can wind up the today's class. Okay, thank you students and have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.